Hi, my name is Katie Grabowskis.
My name is Priscilla.
My name is Galen Havey.
And I
Want to be
And I want to be a minimalist.
a minimalist.
a minimalist.
For this documentary, we want to explore what minimalism lifestyle is really like.
Our project is kind of a way to reduce clutter in our lifestyle.
It would go a long way just to sort of get rid of some of the clutter or eat a little bit better or do some of the things that we are planning on doing.
Each of our team members will be focusing on a different aspect of minimalism. I myself will be focusing more on the food side, so that's taking different steps to reduce what you're eating in different ways. For example, vegetarianism, veganism, or being gluten-free.
I want to explore on having more of a minimalist lifestyle with having less things. As a makeup artist, I have a lot of makeup equipment and tools and a lot of different things. We want to show that being organic is more available than people think it is.
I want to get out and explore Windsor a little bit and see what it has to offer in simpler terms, you know, things like just getting outside, going to different forests and going to different locations in the city that have different activities to do besides just, you know, going out and partying, which is a big thing in Windsor and is definitely something that I have overindulged in a little bit myself.
The experiment will be going on for a few weeks, and we really want to see the change in our physical, emotional, and mental health.
Just learning to be happy with things that I have, even though it might not be the most, it's still a lot.
And see what happens, I guess. I'll tell you guys next time. Bye!
So we've been doing this experiment now for about 2 weeks, and we have 2 weeks left. But we already have started to notice some changes.
Lifestyle that is a lot simpler than the one that I've been living.
So lately what I've been doing is just kind of going around the house and seeing what I can use instead of going out to buy things. Instead of throwing out your jars or putting them in the recyclable, I actually kept them and started making things and putting them into different jars, just like a mason jar. I've been using apple cider vinegar as a conditioner for over a month now actually, and I love it. So I actually started using aloe to shave my legs, and it can actually help out with a lot of different other things. You can make it into a scrub with some brown sugar or white sugar. Another thing you might not have known is that if you had a headache, you can actually use a tiny bit of aloe and put on the temples, and it'll actually help relieve some of that headache too. So those are just some small things that I've researched and have talked to people about what they use and tried them myself.
For starters, like, I got rid of a lot of stuff, so I feel like that's like a big step towards being a minimalist. I sort of just went through a lot of my things and either threw them out or gave them away or stuff like that. Stuff that was just sort of laying around and wasn't being used. In a really practical sense, I think that's that's one thing that I did to become a minimalist, which I think everybody can do, just sort of get rid of some excess stuff that you have. Take some time and understand what's important to them, and understand like that anything else other than that is just kind of excess, and that, you know, you don't really need that. And that's kind of what being a minimalist is all about, is just focusing on things that you really need. I'm going to keep trying to, as I've said before, minimize on things that I do not care about, and sort of just focus on the things that really are worth caring about to me.
So the diet I chose for this project was veganism. And the way I started that off was through research. I watched some documentaries, I looked a lot on Pinterest for recipes, and I got lots and lots and lots of inspiration. I was able to make my first ever vegan meal, and now I consider myself a pretty good cook. I didn't think I was before, but it's actually really easy to learn, and I can't wait for all the other things I get to make. Now, there's 2 weeks left of this experiment, but there is one thing that we want to try and do, and that's find a local business that's taking a minimalistic approach. And I think we found one, so let's go check it out. 3, 2, 1.
So Brew & Bros really is a local coffee shop located in Windsor, Ontario. The vision of the company was to bring people together, to lose the electronics, to lose the, I'm going to say, the go, 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 go attitude, and sit down and enjoy coffee, social. Any idea that we get first, we try to locally establish and utilize everything. Our tea is actually an organic alternative to the casual things you see in stores.
We try to like incorporate as many health benefits as possible. So for one of them, it's more like a digestive system cleanse. Another one is more for working out. Other one is kind of just an alternative to your regular iced tea, so you don't get as many chemicals or as many sort of negative impacting like substances in your body.
We use a lot of vegan chocolate now. We use vegan whipped cream. We use local organic products from the supermarkets and actual local markets as well. We try to accompany the people who don't have, a specific need and a point of view of life because maybe they're celiac or gluten-free or anything like that. So our smoothie bowl is pretty much one of the biggest top sellers within the vegan, realm or route. Windsor is very based on a commercial product, and we realized in order to start something local, it's got to be organic, it's got to be healthy, it's got to be natural, it's got to be something that nobody has. And a lot of the stuff that you go to convenience stores is very, very based on quick money, cash flow, a lot of sugars, a lot of chemicals, and if it sells for young and old, and there you go. And we're like, man, we got to sit down and see what the vision of the company is. So we try to broadcast a different point of view to the city, which would be to focus on organic-based products. We use organic teas, we use organic cane sugar. We decided to keep everything, try to get as local as possible to invest back into the people who we sustain here in this country and in the city too. We see things, through a different spec or a different glass. We're open very late at the same time because we realize that a lot of the corporate branches close around 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and kids go home or young adults go home and they go on their laptops, they go, spend time with one another, but it's very like electronically based. So our vision was to be open late, to get people from the streets in, to get people from downtown in, to get people from everywhere. We actually have people from the county to Leamington even, to come down and enjoy a nice cup of coffee, spend some time with one another, and just see life from a different point of view.
A lot of people kind of look and focalize on money, just getting money. But what I realize is if you do something that you love, money will come no matter what you do. So whether you're crazy about business, then go do business and money will come. If you're crazy about longboarding or rock climbing or whatever you want to do, then just do it. And a lot of people like to sit back, stay in their comfort zone. They don't like to go out and do stuff. So that's kind of my message, is to just get out and do what you love and do it with your full heart. And then, everything else will fall in place.
So even though this experience is coming to an end, there's a lot of different things I have learned from it that I'll be keeping in my lifestyle as a minimalist and trying to live more organically.
And just, generally getting more active and just doing stuff around the city that, would help improve the quality of my life. That would just be, stuff that isn't like super expensive and isn't super flashy to do, but it's just fun,
If I had to give one piece of advice to someone who wants to try this, it's not to follow what we're doing, not to follow what others are doing, but to figure out what works best for yourself and what really is going to make you happy. If you really enjoy eating junk food and it makes you feel great, eat all the Cheetos in the world. But
I think the first step would be to put away your phone and to get away from technology, take a break from it a little bit.
And I definitely would recommend people just to put down their phones and forget about it for a while, because when you have that feeling where you lose your phone or you don't know where it is and you're scrambling around the house, just kind of sit down for a second and ask yourself if it's really that important to be in front of the screen.
if being on a screen makes you feel gross and sick and disconnected from the outdoors, then close your laptop, go outside, go for a walk, go on a bike ride, go hang out with your friends.
Just sitting in front of the river or going canoeing and relaxing and doing things instead of just being on a screen and wasting time scrolling through Facebook. How many people do that?
I think there's a lot of really great places around here that you can go for free. Like you can just go walk by the river. Ojibwe Park is really nice, and there's a lot of trails there that you can go and you can kind of get lost in there for like an hour.
There's so many things that you can do. Yeah, you can watch 7 seasons of Netflix and feel great after because you know who is the murderer, but are you going to go outside and discover all the places that there are all over the planet?
The other thing about this experience is that I had a lot of time to myself or with my friends and with people and having more social interactions. I had a couple of friends and we all just made different foods and just hung out and chatted. I was planning on playing a movie, but we all ended up just sitting and eating food and chatting and just enjoying each other's company, and we talked for several hours and it was really great.
Me and my friend will go bike for about 3 hours, and you know, we just sort of hang out the whole time. We don't really do a whole lot other than just like bike and talk and enjoy what's going on around us.
I can now say that I am a minimalist, and I will continue being a minimalist for the rest of my life. And I think I really, truly now understand the saying of less is more.